So as I says, folks, this is the county of Shakespeare, so I might have to get enrolled to get these chappies to understand me, touch base with where I am. So let's see how this goes.
I'm at the Urban Village first shop. Don't forget, this is Shakespeare County, so bear with me. I'll have to try and get through to these guys. Good morning, Peter. Are you the fine man that cuts the cloth in this fine establishment?
What? My name's Jack. I work here at Urban Village in Henley-In-Arden. We are a vintage seller at heart. We sell everything from records to collectibles, retro furniture, vintage furniture, and of course, vintage clothing.
Is this your only business, or are you based anywhere else in the country?
This is it. We were based in the custard factory and around Birmingham Digworth for sort of 20 years. When the business started in 1996, and we've been in Henley now for 3 years.
Fabulous. So is this just the only shop here, or is there...
They've got this shop, which you're in currently, which is our record and collectible shop, and then I'll take you later down, just further down an alleyway at the right side of this shop, which is our clothing shop. And on the 28th of May, we're also further down that alleyway, opening a bigger furniture shop.
Fabulous. Are you the internet as well? Are you...
Yeah, we sell a hell of a lot online, both men's and women's vintage fashion from our website www.urban-village.co.uk, and also a lot of furniture and again men's and women's vintage clothing on our eBay site.
Right, let's have a mooch about
This is the second part of our main shop. This is where we sell our records. We sell all records really, 45s to LPs, all genres from soul to northern soul to hip hop to jazz, and a bit of classic rock as well.
Well, it's quite unique to have a vinyl shop in anywhere high street in the country, to be fair, anywhere, but you've combined this within your business?
It is, yeah, you know, there's been a big decline obviously in the amount of record shops you'll find on the high street, but there is certainly an increase in demand for records, and you've seen that in the last 10 years with the boom that record sales have taken, and we sell a lot of records from this shop and we restock constantly.
I see over your shoulder you've got some CDs, video, quadrophenia even in that corner, if I'm right, is that quadrophenia?
Quadrophenia, yeah,
Wow.
VHS copy.
And is that a cine camera I see over there?
Cine camera, yeah, we sell a lot of sort of vintage and retro cameras. We get a lot of them in and we sell them for really reasonable prices, and we have people who come in just to buy vintage cameras off us. This one's in full working condition, and quite rarely you'll find vintage cameras. It even comes with the original box. That's nice. You get everything in the box as well, from the handheld to the instructions. So it's a very rare find, that one.
It is indeed. And the records that are coming into you, are they second hand, or are you buying them?
Yeah, second hand, mainly bought from the public. People who come in who are clearing out their house, getting rid of their old collections, downsizing their homes. And they're all mainly second hand.
And is there a basis, on a structural basis, like as in the condition? Are they?
Yeah, so we
priced?
we buy and price sort of on rarity and condition of the records.
Fabulous.
Yeah, we sell records sort of from the £5 mark up to the £30 mark, and it's all based on condition and
I see
rarity.
you have a Northern Soul collection down there as well.
Yeah, plenty of Northern Soul, both in LP form and in 45, and Northern Soul and Soul in general are sort of our best seller in terms of the records.
And the clientele that come in here, this part of the shop, do you get a lot of people just coming for vinyl?
Yeah, we have people travel from all over just to buy records off us, which is nice, and we have a lot of regulars, people who come see us week in, week out.
And is this part of your online shop as well, or is it a separate part of the business to source them?
Everything in here is separate to what you'll find sold on the web. We do sell some records online, but it's all kept separately.
Wonderful. Shall we go and have a look at the
Let's
next
have a
part
look
of
at
your shop?
the next
Just walking around the corner of the shop now, to the side passage. And here we have Jack waiting for us.
Yeah, and now we're going to take you down to our main shop, just further down the alleyway, adjacent to the main shop. And this is where we're going to keep our clothing. It's a massive shop, all jam-packed with all types of vintage clothing. I can't wait to give you a look around.
It's a bit like Quadrophenia Alley.
It's a bit like Quadrophenia Alley. That's sort of the way we decide to try and style it.
And the next part of your business, which will be the furniture bit, is this down this way as well?
It's going to be further down this alleyway, just further down towards the end of it, yeah, a much bigger shop where we're going to cater for all your furniture lovers.
Let's go and find this next shop.
The second part of our shop, this is where we keep all of our vintage clothing. So let's go and have a look round.
Walk this way.
Walk this way.
What's the step?
Watch, yeah, mind the step. As blind as a plane.
Very vintage.
Very vintage, yeah, that's what we do. So as you come through,
Customers in the shop, I'll try and keep
customers in the
out their
shop,
way.
always try and keep as many customers in the shop as we can. So here we have our Mod Harringtons. We sell loads of sort of the scootery outerwear. You know, you've got
I
your...
guess that's been popular for about 50 years.
For about 50 years and continuing forever, yeah. Got the camo,
Scooter Boy selection.
the Scooter Boy selection, exactly. The bomber jackets.
Very Citizen Smith.
And some leathers. Well, we try and cater for everyone, you know, whether you're a punk, you're a mod, you're a skinhead, you're a suedehead. We like to think that we can stock up and there's something for everyone in terms of the subcultures.
Does it change, the fashions change through the summer, the winter? Do you change your stock? Or do
Yeah, you definitely, we sort of have split stock. We have the winter stock and the summer stock.
I just noticed some swimming trunks up there, very James Bond.
Very James Bond, yeah. That's for the more braver customer who's willing to wear the short Fred Perry shorts,
Have a
yeah.
look at those. Wow, what was the film? Do you remember when he...
Was it the one where he gets out the ocean,
Yeah,
isn't it? Is it
yeah,
Casino Royale? It's a great film.
I can't remember.
We sell a lot of these as well in the summer, actually. A lot of your vintage, your softer, thinner leathers. You know, we do all colourways in them.
So we're into the 70s, that's like very Starsky and Hutch
Yeah,
there.
all Starsky and Hutch, 70s, 80s, and even a bit more 90s. But they all sell really, really well. There's a big on-trend thing with sort of teenagers at the minute getting into 90s fashion, or Y2K fashion, they call it, which is early 2000s.
Leather's a fabulous fabric though, isn't it? It's never go out of date.
Never goes out of fashion, and if you look after it, it'll last you a lifetime. It's a good purchase.
I had a box jacket back in the day.
Yeah?
Black box jacket, and I loved it to pieces, but to get one to fit me now is a bit of a struggle. Are you into the scene? Are you...
Yeah, I've always been into the scene. I've sort of brought up with it. My mum and dad were both heavily influenced and grew up around the ska movement in the 80s. So that was sort of where I based myself.
Just a brief interlude there, but do carry on with your story. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so my mum and dad grew up around the mod and the ska movement scene in the 80s, and they heavily influenced sort of my fashion and my music taste. But also going to the original shop in the Custard Factory, the staff, including an older staff member that we've got right here.
Hiya.
Hello,
sort
sir.
of taught me the ways.
Yeah, taught him the way, pointed him in the right direction.
That's it.
And he's still buying his clothes here now?
Now I've lost weight, yeah.
So, and I noticed behind your right shoulder there's a fabulous jean jacket.
Jean
white.
jacket, yeah, these are always popular, especially the white ones. This is a bit of a special on this one as well because it's green Levi's label, so it's come straight from the California factory, and they make a handful of them a year, so it's a rare piece, that one.
Years ago, I tried bleaching one myself, and Roger Daltrey had one on My Generation album.
Yes.
I thought, I need that, and I bleached it in the bath. Obviously, in them days, there was no instructions with this. You just word of mouth.
Yeah.
Everything fell off it as I drove along. My arms, I was like a leper by the time I got to where I was going.
Oh no, yeah, it happens.
But those sort of things, they just will never go. They're never out of fashion.
Well,
They just look so cool all the time.
The handy thing though is you can buy them pre-bleached, so you don't have to go through the hassle that you had to go through.
And boating blazers.
Boating blazers and tonic suits,
And
yeah.
Muscle Brighton, look at that.
Perfect for your Brighton weekend, which is soon approaching.
Two-tone tonic suit.
And these you can't go wrong, you know, especially when you've got your three buttons. Always, sometimes, never. Perfect.
So you can
for the
cater
gentleman
for
mod about
skinheads
town.
as well, then, really.
Yes, heavily. And we'll cater for, as I say, any sub-genre that comes in here. We like to think there's something for them. Whether it's, you know, your hippie, down to a mod, down to a skin, and even rockers, surprisingly, yeah.
Apart from Afghans, what do hippies wear?
What do hippies wear? Oh, God. We sell...
Tuna oil?
Tuna roll. pair denim flares, yeah, whatever.
And we'll come back to that. I'll see you've got a denim
We've
section.
got a denim
at the back of the
section,
shop.
which we'll soon get to, yeah.
So we're coming down to what we got down now. We've got
some t-shirts.
Adidas.
Again, I think
70s.
Adidas originals, yeah. You've got your 70s, your scooter boy look, your sort of 90s rave scene look. We cater for it all.
What you got there? Max
Max and overcoats, always a popular choice, especially for what I believe the day is going to turn into here.
Yeah, you better get the umbrellas out.
Yeah,
really.
exactly, yeah. And again, it's a bit of a classic mod look.
It's quite a casual
The
look.
English
the football
Mac
fans are wearing those.
and the
aren't they?
football casual look as well, yeah. Especially these ones, the Aqua Scutums and your Burberrys. We'll
You sell
always
Burberry's
them.
here as well, do you?
We get a lot of Burberrys in. A lot of our Burberrys, they sort of sell to trade. But yeah, we get Burberry's in, and if a customer comes in and they're after a sort of a particular piece, whether it be a Burberry Mac, we'll always say, yeah, bear with us a couple of weeks, we'll get you one in. And
does your stock turn over quite quickly? It's
yeah,
changing all the time?
we restock. I mean, definitely once a week, if not a couple of times a week. We are constantly bringing new bits in, and at the minute, it's been a big changeover because, as I said earlier, we've changed over from the winter stock over to the spring-summer stock. So this shop is, for the next couple of months, regularly turning over all new clothing.
And I see Fred Perry's.
Fred Perry's,
Always
yeah,
in
always
fashion.
Fred Perry's, and plenty of your knits. Got some pretty green there.
Is
Some
that a
old
cycling shirt
60s
or something?
knits. It's a cycling top, yeah. Sell loads of these for the Bradley Wiggins fans amongst us. Plenty of cycling tops.
And all sizes, or is it?
Yeah, so what the lucky thing about us is we hand pick all of our vintage. We don't bulk buy like a lot of vintage sellers do. Everything is hand picked, which means that we can get a plethora of all sizes. So we stock anything from an extra small to a 3XL, and for the ladies anything from a size 4 to a size 18. We've got the lot.
And all everything we see in the shop, is that all online as well?
No, so everything's actually separate. So our web stock and our shop stock are both completely separate entities. Everything in this shop is unique to what's on the web, and everything on the web is unique to what's in here. The web again is hundreds and hundreds of items of vintage men's, women's clothing.
Fabulous. And I see there you're leaning on some old skinhead
And some
jumpers.
old skinhead stuff, the old suede cardigans, yeah.
Suede cardigans.
I used to have a hard leather one.
So did my granddad.
Yeah. Mine was my granddad's, funny enough, yeah.
Fabulous.
And then some more moddy shirts, your Ben
Ben
Shermans. And a bit more skinheady Ben Shermans there for your...
Do you sell braces here?
We do, we've got a big box of braces somewhere. I'm sure we'll get to it at some point. Huge box of braces, actually.
I see some nice footwear behind you. Some, what we got there?
We've got plenty.
Desert boots.
Desert boots. We've got some old Lokes. Some
Any
old
winkle
chuckers.
pickers?
Winkle pickers, yeah, we did a lot. Some more Northern Soul-y stuff for the 70s
Stompers.
gentlemen, yeah.
Got some scarves down there, some Cambridge scarves.
Cambridge scarves, yeah, the college scarves always sell well.
Do you sell those Eton rifles?
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice share.
This is my the big pink throne. I don't get much time to sit in it, but there's plenty of customers who enjoy a brief interlude in the big pink throne.
Very picturesque.
Yes.
So now we're going, is this
This again is more men's. So this is more men's sort of branded outerwear. We've got a bit of Carhartt, a bit of D&G, a bit of G-Star, Tommy Hilfiger, All Saints. But then we get onto our
more
bigger
Fred Perry?
Fred Perry section, and we stock all PK polos, all sizes, all colours. We sort of cater for everyone who's into the Fred Perry look.
Do you do much knitwear, the Fred Perry knitwear?
Yeah, we get it in. We get quite a lot of it in, actually. A lot of it sells online as well. So a lot of our sort of more unique and out there Fred Perrys and a bit rarer things go onto the web. And we sell a lot of that. We got some Fred Perry bombers and Harringtons as well. Plenty of Fred Perry shirts.
I'm noticing you them bikers jackets, dare I say?
And some bike jackets, yeah. As I say, we'll stock for everyone.
So do you get
Including
many,
the
do you get
rivals.
many bikers come here?
Yeah, we do, and it's always funny watching the motorbikes park up next to the scooters, and see how that interaction.
It's just as well you don't say deck chairs, isn't it? That'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be-
interesting.
all over the shop.
So moving down the shop
Moving
now,
down,
more Fred Perry.
Fred Perry. Hundreds
You
and
can't get
hundreds
enough
of
Fred
items
Perrys.
of Fred Perry. So our best-selling brand by far, Fred Perry. We sell loads of it to the chaps. Some Fred Perry tees for the summer. Some more vintagey 70s shirts and blazers here. That's a sort of 70s game show host, Bob Monkhouse, blazer there for you.
Bernie the Bolt.
Yeah, that's it. And the shell suits.
The shell suits?
Shell suits.
I thought only tortoises wore them.
Surprisingly, sell incredibly well, the shell suits.
Who with? Scousers?
Scousers, yeah. It's, you know, it's the young kids. They love wearing them to sort of festivals and the rave scene and all that sort of thing. They're a big
Still
item.
selling
for.
shell suits?
Yeah,
Wow.
sell loads of shell suits to the teenagers and early 20s.
I noticed in the background you've got a denim section.
Yep, plenty of denim. We stock all denim, Levi's, Wrangler.
501s?
501s is like easily our best seller, and we do them in every size, including the denim jackets to match if you're brave enough to do the double denim look. And we've got the lot.
Bleached denim.
And bleached denim without the sleeves.
Do you ever get anybody asking you for the tie and dye bleach denim?
Yeah, do you know we do, and we get them in, and I've sold a few to some pals.
Have you ever done any yourself?
I've never been brave enough to go down that look, but
Get
I've
a
got
marble
plenty of
and a piece of string.
Yeah. I'll give it a go, maybe.
And I see you've got what we're on ladies' fashion.
So this is our ladies section now. Yeah, we got plenty of ladies' dresses in a minute. 60s, 70s, 80s dresses, all a bit colourful, all a bit
It's very colourful
garish
down
and
there.
out there. Perfect for the summer.
Mini skirts.
Mini skirts, cater for the lot. Yeah, plenty of vintage dresses, and all brands and sizes. I say we like to cater for everyone.
I suppose they change a lot the fashions of the
It's,
mods and the modettes, and that's
Yeah,
something
big
that
time.
they permanently want changing, don't they? And the change goes from like short to long to colourful to stripes to.
Exactly that, and you know, a lot of people, a lot of women, they'll come into the shop and they'll like the print of the dress and not necessarily the cut, so they'll have it altered themselves.
And do you get anybody ask you to actually produce something for them? Like if I want in, can you make me a suit? Is that possible? Or
Not
is
so much, no, but we have got an alterations company next door to us here. So when people come in and they love a suit or they love a dress and it's not quite right, then we'll say we'll have it altered for you.
So they're not actually part of your company, but they
not
work
part of our
with
company,
you.
but they work with us and
Fabulous.
alongside us. Yeah.
I notice Dr. Martens section.
Dr. Martens, yeah, ever popular, will always be popular, I think, the Dr. Martens, with sort of every subculture and generation.
Male, female.
Male, female, everyone
Colours.
should have a pair of Dr. Martens in the wardrobe.
It's like I take it a bit of the late 60s section now. We sort of got
This is-
Indian type hippie.
Yeah, this is where we go a bit more hippie, a bit more...
Still colourful.
A bit more George Harrison we get into here.
Donny Osmond caps.
Johnny Osmond caps. Some nice 60s ladies knits. Sell a lot of these, especially
Blouson?
this time of year.
Blouson?
Yeah, very French. Very French.
Yeah, and I see, looking up at your hats up there, it's Peaky Blinders. Obviously, we're not far from Birmingham. are
Not
we?
far from Birmingham, yeah, and it's sort of taken over the world in terms of Birmingham's headwear. Everyone seems to have a flat cap. If you watch any Aston Villa or Birmingham City football matches, they all seem to be wearing them.
Wow, what a fabulous! And you've got some plane. Are they for sale? The planes in the sky.
They're
Spitfire and a
they're the owner's pride and joy. Those they're just here as
ornamented.
ornamental, you know. Where there's the right price, I'm sure he'll sell them on one day.
Quite topical in this day and age, actually.
It is, yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Unless there's anything you want to add about your website, where can people find?
No, so we are 94 the High Street, Henley-In-Arden. Again, the website's www.urban-village.co.uk, and on the 28th of May we've got our fantastic new furniture shop opening up, so pop by, have a look on the web.
Are you open 7 days a week?
We're not open 7 days a week, we're open Wednesday to Sunday. Wednesday to Saturday we're open 10 till 5 and Sunday 11 till 4.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
They seek him here, they seek him there. His clothes are loud, but never square. It will make or break him, so he's got to buy the best, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. And when he does his little rounds round the boutiques, of London town, eagerly pursuing all the latest fads and trends, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. He thinks he is a flower to be looked at, and when he pulls his frilly nylon and is raked up tight, he feels a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. There's one thing that he loves, and that is flattery. One week he's in polka dots, and next week he's in stripes, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. They seek him here, they seek him there, in Regent Street and Leicester Square. Everywhere the Carnation army marches on, each one a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. His world is built round discotheques and parties. His pleasure-seeking individual always looks his best, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is, oh yes he is. He flits from shop to shop just like a butterfly. In matters of the cloth he is as fickle as can be, 'cause he's a dedicated follower of fashion.